The Lagonda name remains a strategic and somewhat stalled pillar of Aston Martin's long-term electric and ultra-luxury ambitions. Once touted as the marque that would carry Aston Martin into zero-emission, tech-forward territory, Lagonda has seen plans repeatedly pushed back and reworked amid the parent company's wider cost cuts and shifting EV timetable. That means there is no confirmed, widely distributed 2026 production Lagonda model from Aston Martin. What follows summarizes the latest public plans, credible rumors, and what a 2026-era Lagonda would likely have offered. What's new or changes? Where Lagonda survives on paper is as a vision for ultra-luxury electric vehicles rather than a high-volume line. In recent months, Aston Martin's leadership has scaled back the original aggressive timetable for multiple Lagonda EVs, concentrating resources on a single flagship electric project and broader business stability instead. That shift turned earlier 2025 or 2026 launch targets into multi-year rollouts and forced the company to refocus priorities around core models and profitability. Engine or powertrain? Lagonda's public concept work has always positioned the nameplate as fully electric. Early concept disclosures and reportage described multi-motor AWD architectures, boutique battery packs, and a focus on smooth, high-torque delivery rather than racing figures, essentially an emphasis on refinement and long-range capability rather than raw lap time numbers. Any 2026-era production plan that resurfaced would therefore likely center on a dual or tri-motor EV setup with output tuned for ultra-refined acceleration and a WLTP range target aimed at long-distance grand touring. Pricing and expected launch date. Because Aston Martin has publicly delayed its EV rollout several times, reliable launch timing is fluid. Earlier statements suggested an EV arrival in 2026, but later corporate updates pushed meaningful electric launches further into the decade. If restarted as a low-volume, hand-built Lagonda, pricing would almost certainly sit in the ultra-luxury bracket, well north of mainstream EVs and overlapping, or exceeding, the current Rolls-Royce Spectre and high-end Bentley offerings. In short, think bespoke, six-figure pricing, and a soft launch window that depends on Aston Martin's capital and supplier choices. Interior and exterior. Concepts have shown Lagonda as minimalist, slab-front EV luxury, long wheelbases, expansive glass, flush lighting signatures, and cabins dominated by luxurious materials, layered ambient lighting, and digital surfaces that prioritize passenger comfort over driver distraction. Were a 2026 model to arrive, expect a refined reinterpretation of those ideas with bespoke leather, advanced air filtration, and digital touches that support rear seat hospitality as much as driver engagement. Rivals. Positionally, a production Lagonda would clash with the newest ultra-luxury EVs, Rolls-Royce's Spectre, already in market as an electric Grand Tourer, and Bentley's upcoming electric projects or high-end GTS would be the most direct competitors. Alongside bespoke coach-built EVs from specialist houses, the battle would be less about 0 to 60 times and more about exclusivity, interior craftsmanship, tech integration, and brand cachet.